Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This time, this video is not going to be like a gameplay video or like a tier list or anything like that. I just want to go over why this game is so good, and basically it's going to be like a retrospective and go over why it's so good and its key elements it has and the reason why it's such a sci-fi masterpiece. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Please like the video and drop a comment if you enjoy this video. And without further ado, let's jump into it. You wake up in this weird coma on a ship called the Torrens, and you play as Amanda Ripley, the daughter of the legendary Ellen Ripley from the movies. You are on this ship with a few crewmates, one being Samuel, a fucking NPC looking ass.
I don't really need as much.
Bro, look at fucking goofy ass NPC movements, bro. Like, what is this? Why is he looking at me like that? And we have, I don't know, this person who whines too much. And then we have the group leader whose name I don't even know. And you have a meeting with them and grab some briefing log that says something. I didn't bother to look at it or like what it says. Supposedly, Amanda Ripley is trying to find her mother, Ellen Ripley, as the ship heads towards Sevastopol Station to find her whereabouts. However, things don't go as planned. Cliche, I know. And things spin out of control and all crewmates get separated. Now this is where the actual game starts. The game is set on the space station called Sevastopol, which is meticulously designed to invoke a sense of dread and isolation. The station's dark, claustrophobic corridors and decaying environments enhance the feeling of being alone in a hostile environment. You feel like something is always there, and you feel watched or feel a constant presence over you when traversing the station. I mean, just take a look at this clip right here with just bare game audio and me commentating over the game, and you'll see what I mean, why the atmosphere is so bone-chilling in a way. Throughout the game, as you progress, you notice that the visuals are amped up to spine-chilling visuals. For example, 1 minute you're in an illuminated room, and the next second you're in a room that's dark, decrepit, maybe even see blood, and see sparks of electricity coming out of wires as you traverse the hallways of Sevastopol. This creates a sense of dread and fear as you may never know what's truly lurking around corners, vents, or maybe even in plain sight. It's truly stunning how good the visuals are for a sci-fi horror game that this game has to offer. Next up, we have the ambience and alien isolation. The ambience in Alien Isolation is truly adaptive at times. Some points it's dead silent. Other times it's stressful but slight ambience within vicinity of enemies. Bro, this is actually kind of scary. And other times it's just there to throw you off. No matter what, you are always in constant fear throughout the game. It's like a never-ending presence of ambience that's constantly pestering you as you navigate through the station. The sound design in Alien Isolation is exceptional, using eerie background noises, the clanging of metal, and the iconic hiss of the alien to build tension. The creaks, groans, and sudden noises keep players on edge and contribute to a constantly unsettling atmosphere. The game's mechanics of using gadgets and stealth to progress through the game and surpass different obstacles, including the manual save system, which can get you killed if hostiles are nearby, and the necessity to carefully manage equipment at your disposal, create a sense of realism and immersion. This also enhances the tension as players are always aware of the risks involved in their actions, which leads me into my next topic. In Alien Isolation, the variety of gadgets and tools available to the player significantly enhances the gameplay and reinforces the survival horror experience. Each gadget serves a specific purpose and contributes to the game's tense atmosphere in several ways. Now, I don't have footage of all the gadgets, but I can still touch up on them. So, first up, we have the motion tracker, one of the most iconic gadgets in the game. It helps players detect nearby movement. It's a critical tool for tracking the alien's proximity, but has a limited range and can be source of noise, making it use as a double-edged sword. The constant need to balance its use with the risk of attracting attention adds to the tension and strategic depth. Next up, we have the medkit. Medkits are crucial for healing, and the crafting system allows players to create various tools and items from scavenged materials. The need to craft and manage supplies heightens the survival horror aspect by ensuring that every resource is valuable and must be used wisely. Next up, we have my favorite gadget by far in the entire game, aside from the famous motion tracker, we have the noisemaker. The noisemaker creates a sound that draws enemies to its location, allowing players to create distractions. It's effective for luring the alien away or buying time, but like other gadgets, it's a finite resource. Its use adds a layer of strategy, requiring players to think ahead about when and where they're going to deploy it. Now, these are just the three gadgets I've stated so far. There are multiple other gadgets in the game, but I do not have footage of it, and there's a lot of them in the game. So now we're gonna get into the next topic, which y'all probably been waiting for. And you're probably like, why didn't you discuss about the alien? Why didn't you discuss about the human enemies or, any enemies for that matter? Well, that is gonna be the next point of this video. Oh, here he comes. The alien in Alien Isolation is one of the most effective and memorable antagonists in the survival horror genre, largely due to its sophisticated AI and design. Here's why the alien stands out as a great stalking enemy and how it elevates the game's suspenseful and on-edge gameplay. Now, before I get to this, it has got to be the most I don't know what it is. The alien is one of the scariest fucking crazy ass stalking enemies I've ever seen in a video game. And it is something you just cannot run away from. It's not like Outlast where you can just run away and you're home free. No, you literally cannot run away. And it's unpredictable as like hell. And I've gotten scared the fuck out of in this game. Now, let me show you some clips. And I scream. Oh my god. No, dude. Motherfucker! No! No! Fucking hell. Holy shit, bro. Like, you literally cannot get away from this motherfucker! The minute you hear its footsteps throughout the halls or its rustling in the vents, you just get an instant wave of like fear as it's trekking through the halls. And I want to touch up on its AI. So, the AI of the alien is designed to be highly unpredictable and adaptive. Unlike many video game enemies that follow set patterns or scripts, the alien reacts dynamically to the player's actions. It can learn from and adapt to players' tactics, making each encounter unique and increasingly challenging. The alien has a hunting mechanism. The alien doesn't just wander aimlessly, It actively hunts the player. It uses sight, sound, and smell to track the protagonist, making it a constant threat. Its hunting behavior is sophisticated, involving a combination of searching, patrolling, and stalking, which keeps the players perpetually on edge. Dynamic responses. The alien responds to various stimuli such as noise or movement. If the players use gadgets like noisemakers or flares, the alien may investigate or be temporarily distracted, but it also will become more aggressive if it detects the player that are using these tools too frequently. Now, have you ever been in a hiding spot in a locker or underneath like a bed or something in this game, and then you're completely hidden, but then you somehow end up getting found? Well, apparently, the AI in this game is so advanced that it has two brains. One brain has like all the info and knows exactly where you are in every moment that you do, but the alien that's actually patrolling has no information at all, and the other brain that has all the information is feeding the information to the brain that has no information about where you are, and that's the one that the alien is constantly stalking you with. And that's how sometimes you just cannot stay in one place for too long, or else it'll eventually find you, making basically no place safe, which is fucking terrifying. The suspense and tension in this game is fathomable, like at times. Like it is crazy. The constant threat that the alien's presence is a continuous source of fear. Players never truly know when or where it might appear. This unpredictability creates an ongoing sense of suspense and dread, as players must constantly be on guard and plan their movements carefully. The alien's behavior is often signaled by distinctive sounds, its hiss, footsteps, and roars. The audio cues contribute significantly to the atmosphere of tension. The sound design helps players gauge the alien's proximity and movements, but it also means that players are constantly reminded of the looming dread. The scarcity of resources and the need to avoid direct confrontation with the alien heightens the tension. Players must use their wits and environment to evade or distract the alien, as direct combat is typically unfeasible. This reinforces the survival aspect and keeps players engaged in high stakes cat and mouse game, which is my favorite type of gameplay in these horror games, by the way, and it's a really immersive experience. The alien's movements and reactions are designed to feel lifelike and menacing. Its ability to climb through vents and chase the player and go into ceilings as well as hide and ambush makes it a formidable and terrifying enemy. This realism contributes to the immersion as players feel like they are truly being hunted. The alien's stalking behavior and fear of sudden attacks create a psychological impact that keeps players in a heightened state of alertness. This fear is not just from the threat of being attacked, but also from the anticipation of when and how the alien will strike. The alien's ability to interact with the environment, such as investigating noise or searching for the player, enhances the realism and immersion. Players must navigate the environment carefully using stealth and strategy to avoid detection, or else you'll die. The alien in Alien Isolation excels as a stalking enemy due to its advanced AI, realistic behavior, and constant threat it represents. Its presence intensifies the game's suspense and keeps players engaged in a gripping and nerve wracking survival horror experience. Now, I'm going to give my honest opinion here. I didn't really enjoy the Android sections of the game. Some of the parts of the game were too much of the androids and less about the actual alien itself, which was kind of annoying. But the androids are pretty I don't really know how to explain this, but like they're just like they're like there. They're not scary. They're just kind of there to like annoy you and like just drain your health and drain your materials. And I don't know. I just find them annoying as hell like to go up against, and it's not even terrifying at all. Like the only times I've ever really been scared was literally being leg pulled by like a fucking android or something. And the humans, they're pretty good. They act like normal humans. They shoot at you and blah blah blah. But they have like fucking aimbot. Like they literally have aimbot, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's crazy. Like it's actually crazy. Now, has to be one of the longest horror games, if not the longest horror game I've ever played, aside from Resident Evil 2 Remake. This game sits around like, I don't know, I think like plus 10 hours of gameplay if you really go through everything thoroughly and, take your time with it. This game is insane. This game has a lot in store for the player, and it has tons of missions, different areas of the game that I'm not gonna really go up all about and like spoil and stuff like that. But there's many uh like NPCs that you talk to and cutscenes, and the game is just long, long, long. This game took me like a few days to beat because of how long it was. It was just amazing though because I enjoyed everything about it. It is just overall amazing. But sometimes it got to a point where I'm like, oh my god, like, can I be finished already? Like, this has dragged on for too long. But other than that, this game is fucking phenomenal, and it is a sci-fi masterpiece. To wrap up this video, Alien Isolation is a sci-fi masterpiece and will always be one of my favorite horror games I've ever played. It is terrifying, it is engaging, and it is very, very interactive from the objectives and gadgets and tools that you use throughout the game. It is just amazing. And that brings me to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you for watching all the way through. Please drop a like, drop a comment, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like these, because I love making content on horror or shooter games of my choice. And you're probably wondering, why did I film this video? I filmed this video because it is one of my favorite horror games, and the new Alien Romulus movie is coming out, so I'm gonna go watch that, and it's gonna be amazing, I hope. So hope you enjoyed, and Solness is signing off, and peace. Have a wonderful day.